What's good, superstars? Back with another So Rare Sunday video. You got Superstar Joe and you got the Superstar fam in the building. How's it going, guys? Bah! Oh, a little bit of a baseball bat to the head. Hope that you guys survived that. But if you are new here, do not forget, become a superstar. Smash the subscribe button down below. Hit the bell notification so you know whenever we post. We also have the Superstar VIP, $2.99 a month. Hit the join button underneath the video and you get access to a bunch of perks, first dibs on merch, and star in the universe at the end of every single month. We're very grateful for all of our Superstar VIPs. If you want to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, that's a great way to get in touch with us. We also have a Discord in the description. That is the best place to have all the types of talks that you'd love to have, especially when it comes to fantasy. I know that there's been some great chat in there. We have a So Rare tab in our Discord. And anything that you're doing, maybe share your team, share your pickups. We're really starting to look at maybe getting a little bit of a paid squad here, maybe get some limited players. Rob and I were talking about it this week, and I think that that is the direction we're going to go. And I think at the end of this video, we're going to kind of look around and maybe do some scouting with you guys, and you can help us to decide maybe which way we should go. Also, thank you to all the VIP. This is the list of the VIP who continue to support. We are forever grateful you guys continue to do it and level up throughout the ranks of the superstars. So as we did last week, we'll do it again this week. We will bring up the Twitter from Sorare Mlb. Right now we're focusing on MLB. We are participating in the European football and also NBA, but this is the beginning of the MLB season, so we wanted to focus on this primarily. I believe it's the second season of MLB on Sorare, but it is our first. So let's keep it going that way. Shout out to them for having John Morosi, and I don't know if you can see that, but it says MLB Network and NHL Network broadcaster. He's an ambassador for Sorare MLB now. He's on MLB Network Radio, Fox Radio, Fan 590, which is a Canadian station. He's just all over the place. He's a really good MLB insider, and he's giving you a little bit of a scouting report, which is something that is crazy. Like, they're actually using real life MLB insiders to give scouting reports. Let's just click on it. Let's see what it's about. So he basically wrote an article, it looks like, and he's given hints on maybe some people you can pick up who might not be crazy expensive. I think that this is fantastic. A little bit of it just adds, and it makes you think a little bit about your selections, maybe things you weren't thinking about. So really cool to see some more prominent people in the So Rare MLB Twitter page. Super Rare Pro. So I don't know exactly. He's in Super Rare Tier 1, and there's only 81 people there. So and he came first. Oh my gosh. So this guy came first in the Super Rare Pro, and you get a Tier 1 projected gift there. So unreal. Thrilled to share my debut column for So Rare. So this is further to John Morosi's previous mention from So Rare, and now this is his actual official Twitter. So we're gonna have to follow him because he's gonna be giving us all of the tips. But thrilled to share my debut column for So Rare MLB, highlighting breakout stars at every So Rare baseball position. Among them, Astros reliever Brian Abreu, who dominated yesterday with 3 strikeouts. So he's already putting he's already bragging. He's already saying, "Listen, I told you guys to pick this guy up, and he already is killing it." So I need to start looking. Maybe we need to look at Abreu. Maybe that's our first paid card. Do we go with John Morosi's suggestions? What do you guys think? Did he get lucky? Admin needs to reevaluate his life choices. How did you stack up against me? So he came 5,000th out of 17,000. I don't think that's terrible. I mean, if you're coming in the top third, that's half decent. So how did you guys do? I want to hear from you guys. Game week 3, I believe that we participated in that, but we did again this week miss out on the midweek switch. I mean, I don't know what it was. I thought Rob was doing it. He thought I was doing it, and none of us did it. But we talked about this last week. We had Eloy Jimenez from the White Sox making this selection. So I think this one he was picking his all-time Dominican So Rare squad. So really cool to see that different type of dynamic. Like, maybe you can start to get theme teams, and you can have like a bunch of players from a certain nationality, and then you can play your Dominican team. Like, how cool is that you can start doing that and start bragging about it? I think that's fun. We don't talk about week 3, but we dominate week 4. So they're sharing out all the fun. I mean, we have to share out our lineup, I think, at some point and see if they do respond. So Rare support. So they even have a support Twitter. So Rare MLB rewards for game 3 are experiencing delays, rewards, both cards, and ETH will be distributed later today. Talk about updates. Talk about having a support system. dedicated Twitter for support for Sorare, and up to date. So I mean, if you don't want it on your main Twitter, have a place where people know they can go to reach out if there's problems and to look for updates. I think that's great. It's a great find. I'm starting to think that this guy is with Sorare. Sharing my Sorare experience 1 week at a time. Owner name Asta. So he's just a Sorare lover. Super rare tier 1 reward. So this is what you got for coming in first, I guess. First in the highest tier. Kind of cool. You got. Does it say here? What you get rewards to be won is 2. I guess the super rares, 2 rares, and 2 limiteds. That's crazy. That's a crazy haul because those can sell for actual ETH or money in the secondary market. We'll look at that in a bit. Amir Garrett from the Royals. We showed him last time. He's an ambassador, obviously. He's picking the NBA squad, so they're doing some interoperability of the different leagues. It's great to see that type of stuff. And they're just and then he actually tweeted from his official account saying unbeatable squad. Juan Soto autographs were given away to people who owned the Juan Soto card in their collection. So if you had that, you got raffled off, and some of those people received actual physical autograph balls and bats. That's insane. That's absolutely insane way to have some utility. And then here, John built his own team. John Rose, we were talking about him earlier with his insider stuff. Here is the team that he ended up going with for that week. This is a lot of Twitter. A lot of Twitter because we only do this about once a week where we give an update. So I'm just trying to go through the major stuff here. But here is the squad that he ended up with. There you go. He ended up with the reliever from the Royals. He didn't even use the one from Houston that he was talking about. But it's the best time of week. Which rewards did you come away with, manager? So this is midweek, and this is when Rob and I should have been setting our team for the weekend, and we did not. So we were probably not going to get a card as a thing. So maybe we do need to buy something to kind of keep us in the game and keep us ahead of the curve for people who started right from the beginning. But there's a commercial again that is pinned to the top. So that was that. This is that article that John Rossi wrote. And here is our team. So these are the cards that we have. And as you can see here, you get like bonus points. So if they're from the current season, so these are 2023 cards, they're all going to have the +5 from the season. And then the more you play them, you get some XP points. So XP bonus is for some of the guys who we've been playing a little bit more often. I would think Gosman and Manoa for sure, because we've been playing them. So you can see XP bonus of 1. So these are the cards that we have currently. Now, I wanted to show you guys this. I saved this for you guys. Improve your team. Trade in 1 common card for a new one. Might as well do it. Let's see who's not playing the greatest. And it looks like Jose Barrero, our shortstop, is not playing the greatest. Now, I don't know if we can afford to trade a shortstop because we don't really have another shortstop available. So we would need to swap him for a shortstop. And now the way this works is if you do a swap and you don't find somebody that you like, then you aren't able to, like if you cancel the swap, then you don't get that swap again. But usually you get a swap, I think, once a day, if I'm not mistaken. So we do have 2 third basemen. Meadows did well for us 1 week, though. And I do like to have options this way in case there's more games played for certain players. I think I'm going to take the flyer on Barrero. If some of the options are not shortstops, I'll just cancel it and I'll back out. So let's try and trade in Barrero. Hopefully we get some shortstop options. And does not look like we are getting that. I think we will have to back out on this. It's not like we got anybody too crazy here anyways. So we're going to back out. I'm going to say cancel it. And now, because I canceled it, next swap not available for another day. But every day you're able to do a swap. I can't not have a shortstop in, because then I won't have I won't be able to field the lineup, and then I won't be able to play, and then Rob will come after me. You know what I mean? So let's go to play. I know that he put in a team already, but I wanted to go through it with you. The reason we put Gosman in is because he is the probable pitcher. All the other ones are not playing. It looks like in this section of games. We have our Houston relief pitcher, Presley. And then we have Alec Baum, who's been really, really good for us. Luis Garcia also, I forgot, it's actually an inside, it's a middle infielder. It doesn't have to be shortstop, but I like to have the option. I do have a second baseman and a shortstop, but Luis Garcia is in for us. So I could have done a flip, but they weren't the craziest options anyway, so it's not a big deal. You get one every single day. Bellinger is in right now. He has a +6, so he gets a little bit more bonus points, and he's also playing 4 games, so that is why we picked him. Maybe we should go with Barrio. He's got 4 games. Alec Baum's got, but Luis Garcia has been playing really well for us. It's a tough one because this guy's not been playing the greatest. If we look at his performance, nothing too hot right here. Let's check out Luis Garcia's performance, and he's got some higher numbers, but he also had some negative games. But the last week against Cleveland, he actually crushed it. So, or is these projected? I'm not 100%. What days are these on? We're still learning this platform here. No, look, so the next games are against Baltimore, and Barrio is playing the Rays, which is tough, and Pittsburgh. So, do we go with the 4 games? I think Barrio, he's had a decent year. Like they're not the craziest games, but a couple negative games, some single digits near the beginning. But it looks like he's been coming around, and he's playing 4 games. Rob might kill me, but we're gonna switch him. We're putting Barrio in. He's got 4 games. He got double the games, even if he gets the same amount of points. You know what I mean? Let's give him the option. Then over here we got Cody Bellinger. He's got more games. I'm good with this. He's a little bit worse than Adolis Garcia has been for us, but he also does have that 6. Luis Garcia does have the 6 as well, but he has less games. I think you got to, especially when it's double the games. Now we're looking at the outfield. I can see what Rob did here. He went with Taylor Ward. He's got 4 games. Adolis Garcia's got 3. I really would like to play Garcia, but I don't think it's that big of a drop-off. And then our secondary, it looks like we might have a probable pitcher in Jose Barrios. So that is who we had to put in there. Doesn't look like anybody else is projected to pitch. I mean, the other guys, after that, he's our next best, pitcher. So I think that's better. I made 1 swap. Hopefully Rob's okay with that, but it is what it is. Now, if you look, if we do try to register a training team, I believe that we'll not be able to fill it because we do not have a second relief pitcher. So you have to have 1 at each position to be able to fill it. The next thing that we got to look at is the different types of tournaments. So we could be joining the minors. We can be joining in the Common All-Stars. The reason we joined in the minors is because 200 people from here will get a limited card. The next one, Common All-Stars, 100 people will get it. So you do have better odds if you do go in the Common All-Star. Because there's only 6,000 people entered, and this one's almost 10,000 people. But I just feel like we can come within the top 200 a little bit easier than the top 100 of people who have better teams, because you're going to go into the All-Star if your team's a little bit more advanced. So we might have a better chance, and it's not our strongest week. So I think minors is the way for us to go until we do get a little bit more of a improved team, if it is through limited players or not. But now you can see the majors, that might be the next step, and the top 200 in the majors out of 2,600 get limited prizes, and then even limited All-Star is the top 470 out of 1,400. So a third of them are getting a limited card as a prize. Now to get in here, you need to at least participate in the majors to get in here, if I'm not mistaken. So that's something that we definitely need to look into. I'm not going to buy anything right now. I just want to show you guys, if we do go to buy and sell, there's a couple options. Let's say that we just want limited cards available, and these are bids. So the bids end in a couple minutes. They're ending every couple of minutes here, it looks like, and they're not too crazy expensive. I think we would go to get a basic full lineup of limited cards so that we can participate in as many tournaments as possible. So we will definitely have to research the stats and see what makes the most sense, because we're not going to go and hit home runs on buy $150 players. We're going to want to get people who are a little bit more efficient. So during the week, I think we'll look at who we like, and maybe by next week we'll have a couple picked up, and then maybe we'll use some of your input on this video. Who is like a steal? Who's a steal? Maybe if it's in the auctions, are you guys buying any auctions, or do we do manager sales, and do we look this way? This is people selling in the secondary market. And as you can see here, there's 2 different types of cards. These cards are from last year, so they do not have the 5% season bonus. But the new cards, which are these new shiny ones, they're from this year. They got the 5% bonus for being current year. So even if you have like a really good player, say you get like an Aaron Judge, a Mike Trout from this year, next year they lose the 5% bonus for the season, but you still can play them. So really cool way of keeping them, as like you can keep them for their whole career pretty much and play them. You just lose a little bit off of the bonus percentages. But if you're playing them all the time and they're top players, I think it kind of averages out. And maybe eventually you upgrade to current ones. But it's cool that you can buy like last year's players, because maybe they have a little bit less of a premium. And then eventually when you do get some more limited cards that you can sell off and up your bankroll, then you can get into that type of stuff. So let me know what you guys think. Maybe we can quickly look at how to play and see the type of points that we want to look at. But I think it might be a little bit hectic. So we definitely will want to go with a couple of, I think we need to have like 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then there's a flex and a extra. So about seven cards we're going to want to buy. And then if I look at the scoring, this is where you're going to want to see like what is really, really OP. So obviously it looks like home runs gets you 10 points. So hitting is really, really, really good. If you're walking, I mean, you can walk a couple times in a game, but I think you want to focus on hitting, and you do not want to have high strikeouts or be caught stealing. But I think we have to focus on guys who have really good hitting and RBIs. So we're going to look at the best hitters in the league, obviously. It seems like that's pretty important. And then innings pitched is 3 points. So we want pitchers that will stay in the ball game. Very important. Strikeouts are a couple points as well. So if you got a really, really strong arm, then I think that's cool too. And I think saves are really big as well. So if you can get one of the best relievers in the game, that could really help you out, because they should be getting multiple saves. Hopefully, sometimes they can get multiple saves within one of those week periods, you would think, right? So I think that these are the things you got to look at. Let us know in the comments if you see anybody that stands out. If you've done any of this, and maybe you don't want to buy anything, but we can buy it for you, like kind of thing. You can live through us. We have a little bit of money invested now that we can use to upgrade our team, and we would love to use your input and your analysis. So guys, this has been another Sorare video. I know that it's not the most popular stuff with the audience base right now, but we really, really are enjoying it, and we want to continue to put out content about it. Next week, I think we're going to have to show off the players that we ended up buying and how we did. And this time we will remember to set the team midweek. But yeah, guys, I hope that you enjoyed. And if you are new here, do not forget, become a superstar. Smash the subscribe button down below. Hit the bell notification so you know whenever we post Sorare content, because we will be continuing to post it, because we're really, really enjoying the platform. I love how they give you perks and airdrops and all that type of stuff. And I just can't wait to get into the marketplace and see how that goes. And hopefully this whole thing gets swallowed up by the MLB crowd, because it's just, like we said, just getting started at the beginning of the year. And there's been a really big push with celebrity endorsement and all that. You can also become a superstar VIP. Don't forget, hit the $2.99 join button below the video, and that supports us, supports the channel. First dibs on merch, star in the universe every single month, and we're going to continue to bring as much utility as we can. We're learning the platform. If there are transfers and stuff like that, and there are people interested, maybe we can do giveaways or stuff like that. So that's something that we're looking into. But guys, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. I love you. Bye.